everyone, welcome back. Alesandra Vanessa here with another video, and today I am coming at you with 6 tips to help you battle seasonal affective disorder. 3 million people yearly are affected by it. It's just basically where you get extra sad, and if you're susceptible to depression, you have a stronger likelihood to have another episode during the winter time. It's basically the lack of vitamin D and winter time. And so a lot of people get sadder, drearier, lose motivation, all different things like that. I, for one, have got snapped with the seasonal affective disorder bug. And so here are some of my top tips on what I've been doing to combat that, to stay on top of it, and to be my highest and best self. Tip number 1 is vitamin D. So I know I literally just said that seasonal affective disorder is usually caused by lack of vitamin D. So the best thing for that, if you live in an area that does not have very much vitamin D, I for one live in the Pacific Northwest, so therefore in the winter time there's not much sun, and the sun that is out is not the same as summer sun, or if you were just live in a more sunny area. So I take vitamin D, and I take D3 specifically. D2 can be animal derived sometimes, and I am plant-based, so that is this. It is raw, it's in a vegetable capsule. I'm not sure I'm going to rebuy this brand. I'm thinking of doing research and going with another one, but just some sort of vitamin D3 that suits you. I particularly have 5,000 IU because not only do I have a susceptibility to seasonal affective disorder and depression, because I had severe depression in my teenage years, I have been vitamin D deficient twice in my life, like where they actually go to the doctor, they sample my blood, and they say, yikes girl, your vitamin D is very low. Here, take this insanely high dosage of vitamin D, regulate yourself, and like come back later. That's happened twice in my life. Interestingly enough, none of those have been while I've been plant-based, so you can't come at me with that comment. So that's why I have such a high vitamin D, because I know that myself am particularly susceptible to becoming low in vitamin D3. So that's why I take a lot, and I personally take this, I don't know, every couple of days, but depending on how sensitive you are, the dosage you have, some people take one every day if it's a lower, like, stable dosage. Some people take it every couple of days, some people take it once a week. Do you, depending on where you live, depending on how you feel, but I definitely notice a difference when I am consuming these and when I am slacking off. Tip number 2, produce. We don't often think about the fact that produce are living things that have high vibrational energy, and therefore when you consume plants and fruits and vegetables and different things like that, you yourself raise your vibration. So I believe the last video I did a couple videos ago, I have a lot of grocery hauls, and imperfect produce hauls is what I'm getting at. And my latest imperfect produce hauls have been centered around the fact of seasonal affective disorder, being around, and getting over that, and just lifting my vibration, getting in some stuff to help my immune system, because that's also one other thing that pairs with seasonal affective disorder. Your vitamin D gets low, your immune system gets low, then you get sad, and then it's just a cycle of things. It's a large cycle of things. So lots of produce, particularly fruit makes, particularly I find fruit makes us very happy. Do you like fruit?
I love fruit. The brighter the vegetables, the better I feel. And if I have like fruits later in the day, they don't do as much as if I have them early in the day.
Alright, so there you have it, a second opinion on produce. For me personally, it doesn't matter the time of day. If it's produce, it makes me happy. So stay tuned for another imperfect produce haul, because they just keep coming. And also the grocery haul and different things like that. It's just centered around feeling best and raising your vibration healthy, and also they grow in the sun, so they absorb the sun as they grow, and so you secondhand, get all of that sun. Tip number 3 is move your body. I recently spoke about this on Instagram and Twitter, links down below, feel free to follow. I recently spoke about moving our body and how we've been pre-programmed to think that if we didn't do a really intense hour-long gym workout, then we didn't work out at all, then we didn't do anything, we didn't move our bodies. And that is simply not the case. What I am saying by move your body is move it with intention, because one thing that happens, in a depressive episode, when you're affected by seasonal affective disorder or any sort of downswing, typically movement isn't the first thing you want to do. Typically you want to lay, your body can become stagnant, your energy just doesn't move. So as long as you do something involving moving your body with intention, it could be walking around your room or apartment or house in circles, it could be playing with your pet, it could be doing yoga, it could be dancing around your room. Put on your favorite music that makes you happy and just slowly move. I don't do anything that involves moving with intention, moving with love, moving for the sake of just moving, so try to move your body at least once a day. Like I said, it could be as simple as taking a lap around your apartment. It could be as simple as dancing to a single song, just something involving moving, getting up. Tip number 4 is give yourself only a couple of things to do during the day. This again goes back to things that tend to happen when you are hit with a depressive episode or things like that. When you're on that downswing, it's very common to not have the energy to do the things that you set out to do, and so therefore you don't do it, and then it can lead to a cycle of them getting upset that you don't do the thing, so then you don't do the thing again because you're like, oh, I'm not gonna. It can be this like big downward spiral, the energy of I don't want to get up, I don't want to do anything. So if you assign yourself 2 to 3 things a day to do, then that's awesome. And also those things don't have to all be grand things. One of those can be brushing my teeth and taking a shower. One of those could be putting on a new set of clean clothes. And yes, that may seem silly to some people, but for other people, that's literally how it gets during a depressive episode. That's literally how it gets when you're deep in that, seasonal affective disorder, or when you're down and you're low and you're like, you don't want to do those things. And sometimes all you need is to just take a shower and put on a fresh thing of clothes. And that's that, you call it a day. You did those things, you did 2 things. You cleaned yourself, and also when you take a shower, if you envision the water cleansing yourself and the soap washing away the negativity, that also kind of helps. So turn your shower into kind of a ritual. You come out, you put on some fresh clothes, and you're like, all right, I'm at least did something. I'm not a slob. I didn't stay in my PJs all day. I at least did something. Just reminding you, these are the types of things that can go through people's brains. Moving your body, working out, those can be a thing. At least one of those things, as long as you are moving and progressing yourself forward, then you're doing it. You got it. You're progressing forward, and all the little things add up to make one big change, but it's just little steps, and next thing you know, you've come so far. Tip number 5 is to get creative. And this can be another thing that is difficult because along with motivation and being down, sometimes creativity is just blocked. Writer's block happens, and artistic block, what have you. So just find a way to express yourself in a non-judgmental, in a non-deadlining type of way. Just sit there and have a free-for-all, have a blank piece of paper. It doesn't have to be in your traditional sketchbook or notebook. It can be in just a random sheet of paper. It could be, doodling words down that seem cool. It could be, just something where you release what's in your mind on paper or whatever your medium is, and transform it into something else. So if you are into makeup, sometimes just sitting there and doing your makeup and transforming it is a therapy session. For other people, it's sitting and painting. For others, It's sitting and writing. But so there are times when we are very stressed in the moment that it seems impossible to get over said writer's block about a certain project we're working on. So this is what I mean by completely removing yourself from the project you're working on and just getting creative in a different way. Tip number 6, stay gentle with yourself, because you know, you're doing the best that you can do. Your body forever and always will strive to get to a place of homeostasis. That's just your body's natural instinct. That's just what it's destined and designed to do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. So just remember to stay gentle with yourself, that there's a time and a season for everything, that everything evolves, that you have purpose, that you are purpose, and that this is just a phase, you know, and just do whatever you can do to make yourself happy and to lift your vibration and to be whole within yourself, because at the end of the day, all you got is you and you're the vessel. So you take care of it, it takes care of you, and it's a harmonious cycle. And by the way, I totally forgot tip number 7, so I'm going to insert it here now in this weird entry clip. But tip number 7 is to stay hydrated. Drink your water, drink your liquids. Drink as much water as you can. Instead of leaning for juices, go for water. Instead of a sugary drink, go for water. Just hydrate yourself. You are a living thing. Imagine yourself like a plant. When plants start wilting and looking a little sad, they need some water, and water does wonders. So I just wanted to insert that tip number 7 before I forgot. With that, I wish you the absolute best. I wish you peace and blessings and love and joy, and I will see you guys soon.